For a common taxpayer, income tax department means only three things: return, tax, and refund. When everything is normal, we hardly think about the department. We file the return, maybe wait for refund and then move on. But the moment a notice comes, the mind starts asking questions. Who issued the notice? Who is behind the system? Who controls them? And where does my case actually go? The department appears like one big powerful institution. But is this perception complete? In reality, the income tax department is a structured administrative system with defined levels, defined functions, and defined responsibilities. In this presentation, we will understand how the income tax department is organized from the Ministry of Finance to CBDT and up to the level of field officer with whom taxpayers normally interact. Let us first see the top level structure. At the highest level, income tax administration comes under the Ministry of Finance. Within the Ministry of Finance, there is a Department of Revenue. The Department of Revenue is headed by the Revenue Secretary. The department supervises the administration of union taxes through two statutory boards: Central Board of Direct Taxes or CBDT for direct taxes and Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Custom or CBIC for GST, custom and related matters. So the first clean chain is Ministry of Finance, Department of Revenue, Revenue Secretary, CBDT, and finally the Income Tax Department machinery. CBDT is the apex body for direct tax administration in India. It frames policies, supervises administration, and coordinates the working of the Income Tax Department. CBDT consists of chairperson and 6 members. The work of the board is divided amongst these members so the different aspects of direct tax administration can be handled in a specialized manner. The chairman handles investigation, coordination, and overall board supervision. The members of CBDT have been given two kinds of responsibilities. First, functional responsibilities such as income tax and revenue, legislation, administration, audit and judicial matters, taxpayer services system, and faceless assessment. Second, geographical responsibility, where different members supervise different zones of the country. CBDT works through several directorates and specialized wings. Few of important directorates are System, Intelligence and Criminal Investigation, Taxpayer Services Wing. Each wing has a specific function. For example, the System Wing is the technology backbone. It supports e-filing, data systems, PAN-related infrastructure, digital processing, and other technology-led functions. The Investigation Wing deals with serious tax evasion matters, including search, seizure, survey, and intelligence-based action. Now, for taxpayer, the most important question is not only who is at the top. The more practical question is, where do I enter in the system? Before looking at field formations, we must understand one important layer, the digital and faceless layer. Earlier, many taxpayers associated assessment with a local assessing officer. Today, most processes are portal-based. Return filing, processing, notices, replies, refund, and many assessments happen electronically. In faceless assessment, the taxpayer generally communicates through the portal, and the case may be handled through different units such as assessment, verification, technical, and review units. For the taxpayer, the notice may look like one communication, but behind there is a structured digital process. Field officers are the ground level administrative structure of the department. At the higher regional level, there are principal chief commissioners and chief commissioners. Below them, there are principal commissioners and commissioners. Then come additional commissioners and joint commissioners. Then deputy commissioners, assistant commissioners, and income tax officers. Inspectors and other staff supports verification, records, and administrative work. For taxpayers, this field structure becomes relevant in many situations: jurisdictional matters, recovery proceedings, rectification, local verification, TDS matters, exemption matters, investigation related issues, penalties, and sometimes grievance related work. So digital does not mean there is no officer. It means the interface has changed. The department is now both digital and territorial. digital for filing, processing, notices, and many assessments, territorial for administration, enforcement, recovery, and several specialized functions. Now let us look from the taxpayer side. A taxpayer usually experiences the department through 7 touchpoints. First, filing of return. Second, payment of tax, TDS or advance tax. Third, processing of return, refund or demand. Fourth, notice or communication. Fifth, reply through the portal. Sixth, assessment or verification if the case is selected for scrutiny. Seventh, appeal, rectification or grievance if so required. Behind each of these touchpoints, there is a different part of system. Return filing and processing may involve the e-filing system and CPC. A notice may come through the portal, but the assessment happens through faceless units. TDS issue involve TDS authorities. Search or serious evasion matters involve investigation wing. Appeal go through appellate authorities or faceless appeal mechanism. Having a strong administrative structure does not mean every action of department is automatically correct. It means it works under law, it works under administrative supervision, it is subject to review, rectification, judicial scrutiny and grievance mechanism, and in appropriate cases, even internal vigilance and parliamentary oversight. This is important. The department has powers but not unlimited powers. Now let us close with the main idea. The income tax department is not one officer. It is not one office. It is not only notices and scrutiny. It is a large administrative structure. Once we understand this structure, the department appears less mysterious. So the next time you receive a notice, do not panic. First understand which wing, which process, which provision, which response. Because in tax, clarity is better than fear. This is Thinking Tax.